start the video, I just want to say that the ranked episode for the version of TMNT is still happening, just still working on that. I actually just finished watching Reddit's TMNT, the episodes that just recently aired, and also the anime version of TMNT. So yeah, just gotta watch the episodes of the 80s show and 2003 show because I haven't watched all the episodes. And yeah, then after that I will post the video. So without further ado, let's get to today's video. Okay, Rise of TMNT. I finally saw all the episodes. Well, the ones that I've aired already. And so I decided to do a little bit of a ranking video when it comes to all 5 episodes that I've aired. And before we get to that, I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry how mean I was when I criticized this show. I was angry. Not only was my favorite show of all time cancelled and rebooted, but also the day when I saw this trailer was the day I saw Infinity War, which you can see that I was psychologically damaged by this movie. And then you show that trailer same day, of course I'm gonna be angry. But anyways, I'm done with that anger. Here's 2 of the reasons why. First off, it's because I actually needed a show to watch, because, well, only show I actually binge watched like a lot was the TMNT 12 one, and with that I already needed a show to watch. Luckily, My Hero Academia came in, that saved the day. If you haven't watched that show, definitely watch it, it is awesome. And second reason, I actually saw it and it's not that bad. Reason I saw it is for a reason. If it wasn't for that particular reason, I wouldn't have seen them. But I'm actually glad that I did, because it wasn't really that bad. But anyways, let's get to a ranking. And number 5, we have Repo Mantis. The plot centers about Donnie and Mikey, and they are trying to take this like space vehicle that was like in this movies or TV show that they watched. I don't remember. But yeah, it's in this junkyard, and they have to take it from this guy Repo Mantis. Which, by the way, I just love this character. But anyways, the only way they can get it if they can get this band from this guy who hasn't paid it. Of course, Donnie and Mike have no problem with this until they realize that the owner is actually like this beaver mutant who's like taking care of all these homeless dogs, and you know it's gonna be difficult for them now. So they help him out by building this new place where he can take care of all these animals, and he gives them the band. However, Repo Mantis changes his mind, which leads to a fight/chase scene, which I'm not gonna go into easily because it's like really weird. But yeah, I wasn't particularly a fan of this episode, so I'm of course gonna give it 1 star. Okay, 2. Because of Repo Mantis, I love that character. Number 4, you got Mystic Mayim. That's right, the pilot episode is number 4. It's just that compared to the other episodes that I actually did like, this one was kind of in the mess side. It wasn't good stuff, it had its bad stuff. Of course, you then had that opening scene where, you know, it immediately sets up the tone of the show. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna rely more on the comedy. Let's talk about the intro. The song is quite catchy. It's actually grown on me. I don't have a problem with that. The intro's not that bad actually either. So the plot behind this one centers on this dog-like thing which is called Mayim, and he actually ends up running into the turtles, and because these 2 guys are chasing him, and you know he gets taken to this mysterious world, and so the turtles now have to save him, as well as April, who's actually gone after Mayim. Okay, characters introduced in this episode. Splinter. Moving on. April. I never had a problem with April. I guess her character design, they kind of bugged me a little bit at first, but I have no problem with this character at all. Probably one problem, but I get to that later. And then you have the villain, who's supposed to be the main villain of the show, about Barendrecht. And I really like this character. No, not because I'm a fan of WWE, not because he's voiced by John Cena. It's just that so far he's just an amazing character, and like he just works as the main villain for the show. So of course at the end of the episode they defeat Barendrecht and escape back to their home, and yeah, that's pretty much when the episode ends. So, of course they have like this cliffhanger with these mosquitoes, where like these mosquitoes that spread the mutagen are kind of escape the place. I'm trying to remember because I saw these a few weeks ago. unlike the rest of the episode we saw today. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I guess my problems would be like that some jokes don't land, and I still have issues getting used to one particular character, Splinter. But other than that, like I said, it had good stuff, had its bad stuff. Wasn't completely good or completely bad. So this episode I'm gonna give it 3 stars. And on to the next one, number 3, we have Origami Tsunami. The second episode was a major improvement of the first one. So synopsis of this one is that the turtles are trying to look for some crime. Like they heard these newspaper robberies. And they end up running into a Foot Clan. By the way, something I love already is that today's characters are voiced by legendary voice actors Maurice LaMarche and Rob Paulsen, so I thought it was pretty cool. And you know, we don't have Shredder in the show, but at least we have the Foot Clan, that's good. And I love that while the first episode focused more on the comedic aspect, one focused more on the action aspect. Don't get me wrong, it does have comedic moments, but it's more focused more on the action. And the comedy is actually very improved in this one. So yeah, this one I'm gonna give it 4 stars. And on to the next one, number 2, we have Ive Worn Pizza, which is part 1 of the 3rd episode. Synopsis of this one is that April works at his pizza place, and this animatronic called Alberto, he malfunctions, and he calls in Donnie to fix him. But Donnie makes things worse, and Alberto ends up becoming an evil robot. What I love in this episode is that it reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy's, a game that I played growing up. Granted, I gave up on the 4th game. If I only followed the games were for the story, and when it comes to the story, I gave up on it on 5, which is a sister location. So this episode, I loved Alberto, the villain, as well as the fact that he's voiced by Tom Kenny, aka SpongeBob and Ice King for Adventure Time. Well, yeah, remember that thing I said about April earlier? Well, okay, the problem, I'm scared of this April now. The way she takes down Alberto and then starts acting all crazy. I'm terrified of this April now. But yeah, War and Peace, I gave it 4 stars. And finally, number 1, newsworthy. Episode 3, part 2. This episode you have this character called Warren Stone, who was this former reporter. And he apparently claims to be a turtle's main arch nemesis. So he tries to set up a trap for them. But the turtles are busy as they're looking for this mutant hippo. And when the turtles do meet Warren Stone, he gets humiliated as the turtles don't know who he is. And he gets split in half. And so he decides to get an upgrade. He gets this crystal that makes him really strong. But before he can fight the turtles, the mutant hippo they were looking for, Hippopotamus, shows up, who actually nearly beats the turtles, but actually Warren Stone ends up saving them when he says he's the only one who can eliminate the turtles. But once again, once the turtles are out of Hippopotamus' control, they fail to recognize who Warren Stone is. So it's actually my favorite episode so far. It's really funny. I love Warren Stone. I actually have to say the villains in this show are really good. But yeah, getting all out of the way, I'm gonna perfectly give this one 5 stars. And here's the question: will I continue to watch Rise of the TMNT? Well, yes and no. Yes, because I could watch like some particular episodes. I'm actually excited to see a Meets West episode. That must look pretty good. But like watching all the episodes, I would rather wait until like all the episodes are out, and then I would watch them. Unless like a certain other episode gets my attention. But yeah, so far are my thoughts on Rise of TMNT. I did enjoy a little bit. I'm quite enjoying it so far, the show. Hope you enjoy my little ranking of the episodes that have come out so far. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share. And if you're new here, subscribe and click on videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.